Hello, everybody. It's your boy, the Punk Otaku Scribe, and I think it's about time we talked about some anime. If you're around my age, or a tad younger, or a tad older, or in the late 90s or early 2000s, you were probably really into kid-focused battle anime like Pokemon, Bakugan, Beyblade, or even the subject of this video, Digimon. While a niche facet of the anime sphere nowadays, back in its heyday, Digimon could go toe-to-toe with Pokemon in terms of popularity and marketing and appeal. It spawned several iterations of a TV anime, video games, a card game, and several films. Those Digimon films are actually why we're here today. At the Discotech Studios Industrial Panel at Otakon 2023, it was announced that they would be releasing a box set, a movie collection of the first three original Digimon films, all remastered for HD in a one set collection in all formats. Now, in all formats means in all physical, editions and in any digital edition that they can. So, it'll probably be free on anime streaming sites and free to pay for. And of course, there's going to be Blu-rays and DVDs as well, and a steelbook set, maybe? Discotech? Maybe? But not only are they giving it a new coat of paint, they're actually giving us a full awesome treatment. They're bringing back most of the original cast to redub their lines, the original English cast, to redub their lines to have the improved audio for the improved visuals as well. On top of that, they're also doing this for the original uncut version. So we're gonna, get more details into the story plots. It's gonna be maybe a little bit more violent. Maybe some lines, some story plots, and story threads will have a bit more context to them. They went all out for this set. And not only are they giving us this, they dubbed it in the little trailer that they showed at the convention, Movie Collection 1. Which implies that they may be doing this for other Digimon films in the future. Now, no release date has been set as of yet. At least not as of this recording. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because it's actually rather important. Now, back when it first came out, the Digimon movie was loved by pretty much all of us. But its main problem as time went on was that it just did not have the mainstream appeal and staying power as, like, say, a Titanic or a Star Wars. Movies that keep getting re-released and giving a new coat of paint. That way generations can keep enjoying them. It really wasn't those types of films. So as time went on, not only did people start to fall out of favor with it, it was starting to become forgotten. And it wasn't the main loved thing that it was for a brief time when it first released. And these days, it's not even that easily accessible because I don't think any studio really cared about it up until right now. Sure, you could torrent it, or maybe you have an old DVD that you held on to since you were a kid, but by and large, it wasn't very accessible. And this set, this collection, is going to make those three films easily accessible again. And that's such a wonderful thing. Because for something like the Digimon movie, it's such a huge moment for a landmark franchise in the anime sphere's Digimon to just get lost to time is such a sad thought. In a time where media is disappearing, it's such a beautiful thing that Discotech is doing things like this. If you'd heard, the Nintendo 3DS shop has been shut down. Those games in the digital format are no longer purchasable. And a lot of those games, Nintendo doesn't seem to have any plans of re-releasing. And in Australia, Disney is halting production, or actually stopping production altogether, of physical DVDs and Blu-rays of their films. The last physical release of any film of theirs is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. After that, they're going to go fully digital in Australia. I really hope that doesn't happen here. So, yeah, when things like that are happening, it's such an important thing that things like this are still happening. People still love these films and don't want them to get lost to time. And that's a notion that I think everyone should get behind. keep these things alive, keep art alive. But enough about that, because there's a lot more good Digimon news. It was actually recently announced they're releasing a theatrical film based on Digimon Adventure 2, the second season of Digimon. I'm deathly excited for this because I actually vividly remember liking season 2 a lot more than season 1. I don't know if that's controversial to say, but I did. I thought the characters were a lot better. I thought the drama was a lot better. I liked the action more. I liked the new spin on Digivolution that they had. In terms of them being like the partners of the main protagonists and how much I like them, Agumon and Vmon are sort of equal for me. But season 2, just as a whole, in terms of like a Digimon iteration, I liked a lot more than 1. And so because of that, I'm actually floored that it's been remembered enough to get a new movie. Now, I haven't seen a trailer for it or read any synopses, but it's titled The Beginning. So I can only imagine that it is a reimagining or a reboot of that iteration. On the poster, the characters look the same age as they did in the original season, so I don't think it's a Digimon Try situation where they're older. So I think it's going to be a reboot type of situation. With that being said, I wonder if it's connected to the remake season that came out a couple of years ago. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but there's nothing indicating whether it is or it isn't. I haven't looked into it too much. But yeah, whole lot of good Digimon news. So what do you think of all this Digimon news? Do you feel like this is a great thing, like for the reasons that I mentioned, or do you feel like it's sort of past its prime and sleeping dogs should be left to lie? Let me know down in the comments. Let's talk everything Digimon down there. Anyway, I've been the Punk Otaku Scribe. Be sure to follow all my socials, and I'll see you in the next one.